Gracious and eternal God, we say thank you once again for giving us this blessed and undeserved privilege to be found once again in your presence. God, it's for no other reason but to give you all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor. So, Master, today we come asking, God, that you would remove every distraction, anything that would hinder us from hearing what thus saith the Lord. God, I decrease that you might increase. Let them hear none of me but all of you. That when it's all said and done, God, your name will get all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor. That sinners may come asking, what must I do to be saved? Be glorified in this place. Strengthen your people right now. We'll be careful to give you all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor. For you're worthy of it all. It is in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Somebody give God another hand clap of praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Thanks be to God for our music ministry. Amen. Anybody just holding on? Yeah. Amen. God bless you, my brothers. Amen. All right. Mark chapter number 5. Mark, the Gospel according to Mark, 5th chapter. We're going to begin reading at verse 1. St. Mark's Gospel, 5th chapter. When you have it, say amen. Amen. If you don't have it yet, say I'm coming, Pastor. Mark chapter number 5. On last week, we talked about Jesus bringing peace to a storm. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see what Mark got to say to us today about Jesus again. Mark chapter 5 and verse 1. All who are able to stand, we ask that you would do so. Amen. Amen. Mark chapter 5 and verse 1 says, Then they came to the other side of the sea, to the country of the Gadarenes. And when he had come out of the boat, talking about Jesus, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean or evil spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs. And no one could bind him, not even with chains, because he had been often bound with shackles and chains, and the chains had been pulled apart, or in King James it says pulled asunder by him, and the shackles broken into pieces, neither could anyone tame him. Listen to this. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. Yes, sir. And he cried out with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I implore you, by God, that you do not torment me. For he said to him, Come out of the man, unclean or evil spirit. Then he asked him, What is your name? And he answered and said, My name is Legion, for we are many. Also he begged him earnestly that he would not send them out the country. Now a large herd of swine or pigs was feeding there near the mountain. So all the demons begged him, saying, Send us to the swine that we may enter them. And at once Jesus gave them permission. Then the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine. There was about 2,000. And the herd ran violently down the steep place into the sea and drowned in the sea. So those who fed the swine fled, and they told it in the city and in the country, and they went out to see what had happened. And then verse 15, then they came to Jesus and saw the one who had been demon possessed and had the legion, sitting and clothed in his right mind, and they were afraid. Pull up your Bibles and repeat after me. Say, this is my Bible. I am what it says I am. I can have what it says I can have. My life will never be the same after hearing this word. You may be seated in His presence. Thank you, junior ushers. Thank you, junior ushers. For a little while, this is part 2 of the sermon we taught and preached and ministered last week about Jesus can be trusted in my storms. This is part 2. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Jesus can be trusted in my struggles. So I thought I would have got at least one amen when I said Jesus can be trusted in my struggles. So if you don't have a struggle, then I totally understand why you're sitting there looking at me like that. But if you've been to hell and back and you've seen your life flip upside down and you sometimes cannot wonder or make sense of the things that you're going through, I came to tell somebody this morning that you can trust Jesus in the midst of your struggle. My brothers and my sisters, today, the destructive power of evil in the life is not designed for us to continuously undergo or be bombarded with on a daily basis. In other words, the mind by design is not set up so that you go through hell all the time. By God's design, He expected to come in seasons. Waves. It's not supposed to be perpetual all the time, every single day. When it does manifest itself to that point, you find yourself like this pathetic guy in Mark chapter 5, where he shows the side effects or the collateral damage of being bombarded with life too much. There are oftentimes in certain TV shows I won't even sit down and watch because it's too close and to real life. It's too kin and too like real life. And I'd rather laugh or see something that's gonna be a thriller and keep me on the edge of my seat versus me sitting back and thinking about, they look like me. So life is not to be endured in destructive forms because those destructive things that happen in our life over time manifest themselves in our behavior at some point. In other words, whatever goes in the mind frequently will come out of you at some point. Look at your neighbor and say, but Jesus can be trusted in my struggle. So the way the cemeteries are set up is not like Live Oak or, the one over on Twin City, Greenlawn, Johnson's, all of them, right? It's not like that. They were like caves that had little portions of them hewed out, and sometimes they had a second level where they would bury the dead downstairs in this particular tomb. And it says that this was a lonely place. So this guy had been through so much, so long, that he had literally stripped himself of his clothes. And the Bible says day and night he was in the tomb cutting himself with stones. It's called self-mutilation. When you start to cut yourself, you're trying to let something out. Every moment of his life, at this point, this guy had lost everything. He had lost his family. He had lost his job. He had lost his financials and his assets. He lost everything. Everything that meant something to him was gone. He was literally a dead man walking. Because of his struggle, and he was powerless to the spirits and the evil and the terror that reigned in his life. Whenever the devil is allowed to go unchecked too long, this is a snapshot of what it looks like. In a letter by C.S. Lewis, it's called The Screw Tape Letters. He talks about Satan's evil intents, and he writes, of the other kinds of demons that obscure our view of hell, and they make us pretend that all is well. At least this pathetic man from the country of the Galatians portrays Satan's true intent against us. He showed behavior that evil is horrible and that Satan is fearful and destructive. Through this man's condition, we see three things. We see Satan's hatred for us. When they were sent into the pigs, these demons destroyed the herd. Satan's purpose then is to destroy. He would love to destroy each one of us. Then we got to see Satan's power, according to C.S. Lewis. The man was possessed with many powerful demons. When we ignore the power of Christ, Satan has free reign. Then we see, last but not least, Satan's cruelty. Satan didn't bring the man greater power or sophistication so he could live a wilder lifestyle as evil is often portrayed. Instead, he caused this man to try to kill himself. So we see Satan's hatred, Satan's power, and Satan's cruelty. Having then an unclean spirit means possession by the enemy, and then the enemy having free reign to do as he pleased in our life, especially when he goes unchecked. Here's a principle to remember that we see in the text. Hopelessness will always lead to isolation. Hopelessness will always lead to isolation. It's one thing for me to be by myself, but it's another thing for me to isolate myself and withdraw. See, normally, one of the signs that somebody's in real trouble is when they start isolating themselves and start hiding. And they don't want nobody to see them because they are going through the fight of their life and they feel like all around them, nobody understands. How do I know that to be true? Look at the text. It says they tried to bind him with chains and fetters because because people didn't understand what he was going through. They labeled him as insane and crazy. So what they wanted to do was to make him shut his mouth. Yes. Scripture says nobody chained him, nobody could restrain him. So two dynamics you see from the people trying to chain him and bind him up. The people didn't understand, first of all, what the man needed. So they didn't know how to treat him or respond to him. See, it's amazing when you're going through your struggle how people look at you funny in church and they look at you crazy because the first thing they assume is I done did something I ain't have to do, right? So the first thing they assume is because I'm not going through the same struggle you're going through, then that must make me better than you because I'm not going through that. So look at my life. And then usually, which is the worst part, Sister Jamie Williams, they have no idea what to really tell you because they've never been through what you're going through. So then it's inappropriate for them to try to minister to you because you have no idea. Everything all right at your house. Come on, bro. Here's the second part to that dynamic of them trying to bind this guy with chains and fetters is most people, including church folk, will leave you struggling right where you are. They don't even know in the Bible. The Good Samaritan came after two church folk left the guy on the side of the road for dead. One of them justified it, Sister Keith, by saying he was ceremonially unclean. I don't care if you thought I was unclean. I need some help. But when you can't get past religion, and all you see is what you think is what you think, then you leave folks for dead. So the text goes systematically through this guy's life until it hits an apex where Jesus arrives on the scene. Wait, Jesus had just come out of a storm. He just stood on the ship and said, "Peace, be still." Then he comes out the boat. And here comes a struggle. Minister Trenton goes from storm to struggle. He goes from storm to struggle. And the reason why some folk can't worship God the way that they're supposed to is because they're constantly going from storm to struggle. They're like an octopus on roller skates. They're just all over the place. Plenty of movement, but no motion. So remember, the one thing that the text does highlight is that your struggles will hinder you from worshiping God. See, because this guy's worship was contaminated with the devil. What this man displayed was not reverence and speaking well of God. See, the Bible says the man was cutting himself with stones, and then all of a sudden he saw Jesus from afar, and he took off. And then he got to Jesus. And for some reason in the Bible it says, and when he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and he worshiped. Hold on. That's when you gotta keep reading your Bible. Because that ain't what it's saying. Pay attention. It says in verse 7, and he cried out with a loud voice, "What have I to do with thee?" So then, in systematic theology, the doctrine of eschatology, which is the study of end times, steps in right here, and the demons that are talking to Jesus recognize his deity. So when Jesus walked out of the ship, the demons saw the power of God walking in front of them, and then fall down and worship this Jesus. What they did instead was ask him not to send us to the abyss or not to cast us into hell. Wait. The demons recognized Jesus, and Jesus recognized the demons. So wait, when he looks at me, he's not looking at just me. He's trying to see if the blood, if the armor, if I got something on me that resembles him. So it lets me know Jesus got X-ray vision and he can see clean through. So the guy wasn't worshiping him. But because they were so used to obviously intimidating people and scaring them, see, the man was a lunatic. He was out of his mind. He was insane. So it was common nature when somebody walked up to jump out screaming and howling and wailing and everything. And that would usually frighten people off. First of all, he was at the cemetery, so that would frighten people off and they would take off. They said they got some guy up in there, he's going crazy. Jesus calmly walks up. And when the guy saw that that was God, he immediately, y'all didn't see it. They missed it. They missed it. I'm going to help them. The Bible says every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus, he said, Jesus, he recognized his deity. So wait, when he recognized his deity, he also recognized his authority. Because he asked him not to send me away. The whole time, this poor man haven't opened his mouth. So then it wasn't worship. It was an encounter between Jesus and the demons. And so the demons screamed, Jesus, what do you want with me? So this defensive mechanism he puts up, it was to push Jesus back and telling Jesus to simply get out of my life. Let me help some of y'all. When people reject Jesus and his authority, then that means you're aligning yourself with the enemy. I'm going to say that one slow and again. When people reject Jesus' authority, they are then aligning themselves with the devil. Because then that suggests that we are going in the same direction. Y'all just missed the text. So the guy told Jesus, hey, don't send us out of this place. We don't want to be separated and we don't be cast into hell. So Jesus like, my time to do that haven't arrived yet. That's the other piece of this eschatology I need to teach. And a lot of times, some folks, let me show y'all what happens. Come on. When I choose freedom and autonomy and self-will, it will always lead me to destruction. But when I choose Christ's loving leadership over my life, giving me forgiveness from sin, and then cleansing me and healing me, I can see then that I have my values and priorities right. See, at some point, because this guy is possessed with an evil spirit, he opened the door of sin somewhere. And you get to see what it looks like in real time, what happens when you sin and the devil comes in. Okay. I thought I would get that response because apparently y'all closed y'all Bibles because y'all didn't read verse 8. Jesus said to the spirit, come out of the man. Just like that. He said, come out of the man. It doesn't say that he yelled with a loud voice. Doesn't say he doused it in with oil. Doesn't say he did some holy dance around him to exorcise the demon. He simply said, come out of the man, thou evil or unclean spirit. And the Bible says, when they came out, they asked him for somewhere to go. Because they wanted to stay there and torment the people there all the time. Y'all listen to this, man. This is some good stuff. So the devil don't just want you. Yeah, that's right. He wants your neighbor. He wants your family. He wants everything that's attached to you. So then I wonder why some folks run with him. Wait, don't get self-righteous. Come on back. Let me say this to us. God's love and compassion is what freed this man. But he didn't destroy the demons. And that was because, again, the time of judgment is not yet. And it's not time to judge the demonic forces and evil. They recognized his power, that he had the ability to send them away. They begged him to stay so they could continue to torment everybody. Jesus said, no, go into the pigs. I'm explaining that one in a second. This is where, my brothers and sisters, when Jesus sent them into the pigs and they freed the man, this is where we got to see grace, mercy, favor, and salvation in real time. And so many people ask this rhetorical question. Why didn't God just destroy the demons. They don't stop there, Derek. You know what they say? Why don't he destroy evildoers, unrighteous heathen, and the folk that don't believe in him? Why don't God just destroy those who refuse to serve him? Why don't God just wipe them out? Because if he did, every church that's open today would be empty. Because at some point, I was an evildoer, you were an evildoer. At some point, you was a heathen, I was a heathen. At some point, we were on our way to hell and going to ride with grace and mercy. So forgive me if I don't have time to look down on you when you fell. I got time to help you get up because His grace is amazing. His mercy is powerful. And I'm so glad that He looked beyond my thoughts and gave me. For the 15 people that stood up, that recognized their recipients of grace, go ahead and shout. I'm going to give y'all 5 seconds. Because that means grace forgives. That one day He repaid in the blood, in the prayer. I was at the cracker, the ballroom, and He repaid. Shame on you if you He brought you from. I'm so glad that I have a Father that come in the midst of my struggle. And He'll be right there and He'll say, come on. Where will we go? He didn't just look beyond my faults. He actually gave me another chance. You say, another chance? That's right, because I used my second chance up a long time ago. So you just keep on making a way. He just keeps on opening the door. He just keeps on saying, come on, I know you're talking about, but I still love you. Come on, I still love you. Anybody know He still loves me? You don't have to like me. I know somebody who loves me. And His name is Jesus. I don't know. We'll get some of y'all. You can preach this to me anytime. Because the struggle is real. And sometimes I'm fighting and I'm struggling. And I'm fighting and I'm struggling. And I'm ready to quit. And I'm ready to turn around. And I'm ready to give up. And I'm ready to throw in the towel. But it looks like right in the time. He just reached out and said, I got you. Oh, Lord, I got power. And He lets us know that I got you covered. Don't worry about it. There's nothing you can do to make me stop loving you. There's nothing you can do to make me give up on you. There's nothing you can do to make me leave you or forsake. There's nothing you can do to make me stop coming after you. I leave the 99 and come after the one if I saw you lost. He said, I love you so much, I died for you. And when you understand the grace and the mercy of God, He had compassion. He didn't ask him how long he was struggling at his life. Just like He didn't ask the disciples, what did y'all do to get the winds and the waves he's so agitated. He just walked out and said, peace. He said, come out. He said, I don't have time for all of that. I came to tell the devil, get me behind. And so, when you understand that you have victory, that no, God didn't wipe me out, but he gave me salvation. No, God didn't kick me to the curb, but he gave me another chance. No, God didn't leave me stuck in my mess, but he reached down in that thing and got in the mess with me. He said, it's not too hard for me. You didn't mess up too bad. He said, I still love you. He said, even on those days you don't love yourself, I still love you more than you ever loved me. And so, he let them go into these pigs. And when we come down to verse 14, it says, those who fled, they went to the city and told the owner, said, yo, y'all gotta come see this man. This guy, Jesus, is wreaking havoc on our business. He done told these, whatever he did. And they went into our pigs, and usually it was about a herd of 200 to 300 because the Romans like pigs. They ate fat back and hog and pig feet and short ribs and pork chops and from the Buddha to the Tuesday. They loved them some pig. So this was an unusually large herd of pigs on the side of this mountain. Because a legion in Romans terms was about 6,000 men. So these demons go into these pigs and they violently rush down the hillside into the sea and they all drown. So he literally killed these guys' business. So they were upset. So they were asking Jesus, you gotta go. We see you got power, but you killing our Jews. You gotta go. He said, okay. I'll leave. No problem. But what happened in verse 15 is what got me. And it said that when they came and they saw the one that had been possessed by the demon, it says he was clothed. He was naked at first, but now he's clothed. And he's sitting. That's because he found that there is peace with God, there's the peace of God, and then there's peace from God. So when you got peace with God, peace of God, and the peace from God, his struggle was over. Because it didn't matter what he was going through. When he came to Jesus, Jesus turned the struggle into peace. And I came to tell somebody today that if you can cast your cares on the Lord, he will give you some peace. He will give you some strength. He will clothe you in your right mind. He will be my peace. I wish I had somebody today that's ready to get a good night's sleep and tell the devil, come with what you want to come with. Well, you don't know who I serve. Because he got power over the sea. He got power over the devil. He got power over my struggles. He got power over my soul. Slap somebody and say he got power. See, because Jesus knows how to handle my struggles. Jesus knows when to step in. He knows when I done had enough. He comes and says, I came to give you relief. the world saying, are you Verily? Say yes. I call him Jesus. Jesus. Brian Morning Star. Jesus. My healer. Jesus. My Prince of Peace. I call him Comforter. Lily in the valley. I call him my way maker. I call him Deliverer. Say yes. He can speak to my struggle. He can speak to my hardship. He can speak to my sickness. And everything will be all right. Now somebody and see it's getting better. And if I feel like it's getting better, I feel my strength coming on. I feel like holding on just a little while longer. And you don't know what I've been going through. You don't know how hard it's been. You don't know how many times I felt like giving up. But I came today and I heard the word that Jesus, if he trusted in my struggle, I said, Jesus, he can be trusted in my struggle. I said, Jesus, can be trusted in my struggle. Slap somebody high five and say, I'm coming out. Say, I'm coming out. I'm coming out of this. Watch me. Keep on looking. Watch me come out of this. Oh my Lord. What are you going to go through? I'm holding on until he brings me out. Because my faith says that God will turn it around. My faith says that God will come through. Say yes. We see something similar in the last two accounts that we preached about. We saw the disciples had no way out. They were trapped in the midst of the storm. Their boat was about to sink. But then Jesus stepped in right when they needed him the most. This guy has been to hell and back. Everybody saw him going through what he was going through. And it looked like it was over until one day. Look at the neighbor and say, I'm waiting on that one day. I'm waiting on that day where I can come running and walk out and say, why are you running? Because Jesus showed up. Jesus showed up. I said, Jesus showed up. Hang on, my brother. Hang on, my sister. Don't go in your towel. Jesus will get in your trouble. Jesus will fight my battle. For the Bible says that the battle is not mine, but it's the Lord. Give it to God. The doors of the Lord house is open. The doors of the Lord house is open. He can handle my struggle.